The Ninja Turtles is next. Welcome back to the Flannel Panel, everyone. We are live. It's been a week. It's been a week, 2 weeks, hasn't it? We missed last
Yes,
week.
we skipped last Wednesday, right?
Yeah, it's been full of sickness at my house. Strep throat with one girl today. Another girl got brought home from school. Chaos has ensued, but we're back. We're back, and I'm sure there's a fun A-team line we could throw here, but I don't know anything about the
I love
A-team.
it when a plan comes together.
That's
Is that it?
I know.
Okay.
Yeah,
I know
it's a
Bradley Cooper was in the A-team, right?
Buddy.
I'm just throwing darts. That's all.
Buddy.
I
Yes.
wasn't sure if that thumbnail would work for Corey, though. That gold chain. I was like,
B.A. Baraka?
yeah.
Pity the fool.
Oh.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
So what's going on, fellas?
The countdown is on till Halloween.
Halloween?
Halloween.
That's true. Look
Check out that
behind you.
pumpkin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pumpkin.
It looks kind of like Venom.
Is that weird?
Ooh.
Like Tom Hardy's Venom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Creepy.
I know, Miss.
That's awesome.
How old are you, little child? I know who Mr. T is. I know. Conway's throwing out the I
Yeah.
pity the fool.
Yeah.
Michelle's
That would
here.
be,
I have a different deadline I've
Hello,
been
Michelle.
trying to get ready for,
And
and the house is not cooperating.
Hey, Nat. I assume she's talking to me.
the handsome
Yeah.
devil.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's Troy.
I get it all the time.
Troy, we missed your birthday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, we're
last-
terrible friends.
Well, Jason did a nice post.
I sat here last Wednesday with the candles and I never got to blow them out. The whole cake is melted and stale.
And
And
now I'm in a hotel because the house burned down. We just got the renovations
You just
done.
got it refinished.
Yep, we just
Holy
got,
hell, boys.
big day today. I just got the washer and dryer hooked back up. So we have laundry now after 4 months. So things are good.
So you're clean.
Well, not
You
yet, but
smell
we're going to
good.
clean
That's
some
what's
stuff.
celebrating
Yeah.
itself.
The podcast is here,
Hey,
and this
Hey.
is the big
so
question.
when you say you got
Just
your
a-
laundry back,
just a little
did
bit.
you truck over to the old laundromat, or did you just strategically pile stuff until you got it back? I would pile stuff, but
We've small town living here. We just have been running everything over to my mom's house, like 3 loads a day.
I thought you were gonna say small town living. We just stink.
Well, yeah.
No,
because
That
we
helps.
just went over the Amish. They taught you how to wash it in the creek.
No, he's like he's like an 80s rap star. He just throws his clothes away and buys new stuff.
yeah.
This whole thing's been a mess. No laundry, and then mom's also been cooking all these extra meals for us. She feels sorry for her boy not having a kitchen, so I've gained 15 pounds during this renovation, eating all my childhood favorites.
What is your favorite meal that your mom makes? That goes for
Boy,
everybody.
Well, that's
my
excellent.
birthday was last week, and for my birthday, she made me beef and noodles. Do you guys ever have that as a kid? Just
It's like egg
roast beef
noodles.
shredded up, and yeah, egg noodles with like a pot roast shredded up in it, kind of thing.
Yeah. Do you
Like-
put like mashed potatoes underneath it?
Well, she did, which was a twist because we never used to do that when I was a kid. But
Oh.
yeah, and
And did you like that, or did you find it offensive?
I found it a little bit offensive, but I ate the heck out of it. You know.
Is this like in a casserole dish or what's happening here?
No, it's like a pot on the stove, just like the boiled down noodles with all the beef broth and the
Gotcha.
roast beef, and then she, mashed potatoes underneath of that, and the noodles on top of the mashed potatoes. So that seemed like starch on top of starch. But
So that's how we always ate it. My mom always made it that way. Was the mashed potatoes and then the beef and noodles and stuff on top of that, and she would sprinkle cheddar cheese on top of it. So that was always kind of a thing. But we had that just earlier this week, and the new resident Italian exchange student was like, he was like you. He was like, why would you put that on top of potatoes? Like that doesn't make any sense. And I was like, no, try it. Put it on there. You could put a little cheese on there. I was like, and then if you would like to be a real professional, sprinkle some Old Bay on top of all of that. And he did. And he was like, I take it all back. And I was like, yeah, welcome to America. You're welcome.
This
We
is
put
America.
gravy and cheese on everything. It makes it all better.
Oh, we
and that,
I don't know if y'all had this. We had cheese as a condiment. When we would have we had a bowl of
That's
cheese,
spray
shredded
cheese.
that you
like
could throw
whiz.
Spray
No,
cheese.
Spray cheese.
shredded.
It's like The Goofy movie.
Didn't matter
Max.
what meal, if it was a casserole or spaghetti or like my favorite with my mom. Well, and I never knew it was different, but we grew up with. I love shepherd's pie, and I loved the way she made it.
Yep.
But growing up, she made it with tomato sauce instead of beef gravy. It was everything and like all the vegetables, all the meat, but it was tomato sauce. So the first time
Well, that
I
reminds
had
me.
regional shepherd's pie, I thought it was
One of
weird,
my
but
favorites is along that line is just hamburger gravy over mashed potatoes.
Yep.
That'll stop your heart. That's like spackle. But that's one of my favorites. I tried to make that myself one time, and I must not drain the meat enough or something because it solidified.
My favorite, my mom make meatloaf, but she'd always make 2 meatloafs. So we'd have one the first night, and then the other one would go in the fridge. And then that made like the world's greatest sandwiches as leftovers. You just cut the meatloaf.
Is it hot
thin.
sandwiches or cold sandwiches?
So I would toast the bread and warm up the meatloaf, and then put a slice of American cheese and some mayonnaise on there.
All right.
Yep. Little
Love
mayonnaise.
it.
You could do a hot meatloaf
Yeah, I always
sandwich with
pan
gravy
fry
on it. That'd
when I
be
make
too.
them.
Now
I'm already really liking-
hungry. Son of a bitch! Like
This is already one of our best shows.
Jason.
In case you were wondering.
And it's all about food, Troy. You should be
I know, the
pissed.
show's getting flagged for
Yeah.
porn.
Yeah.
No pictures. You just make it and eat it like a man.
Is that it? You don't take pictures.
No, I don't have time for pictures.
Just make it and eat it like a man.
Yeah. I'm a lasagna
Well, I said
guy.
that I'm trying to get some
Oh, yeah.
insight on what we're going to serve for Flannel Fest 2022.
Oh,
Oh, speaking of Flannel Fest 2022,
Yeah.
not making it, boys. Can't make it. But the Troy, I think you booked some flights, didn't you?
yeah. I've booked flights, and this is going to be like putting a toddler on an airplane. The chances of me making it there, but
This is a big deal for you, isn't it?
Oh, it is. Yeah, yeah.
You're flying solo too. Like you
Flying
don't even
solo.
have your
That's what I'm
safety
saying. It's like
blanket.
putting a 5-year-old on an airplane.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. You
be
just
fine.
go up to the front of the cabin and ask for the pilot wings, and you'll be okay.
Just I need an adult,
Well,
and I'll be there to catch you on the other side.
I've got problems that you guys don't deal with on an airplane. Like I am of the size that the folding table does not fold all the way down for hitting on my belly. So I've got nowhere to put my drink except for on my belly.
It's just like sitting on the couch watching football. Then that seems fine.
Exit
That's
Rose
right.
your friend.
Put the
What is
game
that?
on. You're good.
The Exit
Yeah.
Rose your friend for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Kim S is here. Welcome, Kim S. Good to see you. Nat's been throwing out some fancy food. Beef stroganoff. I think she
Kind
just
of.
likes the name.
I make
Shepherd's.
very good.
Yeah, if you put it on top of the potatoes, I think is what you're saying. If you put beef and noodles
Yeah.
on top
Pretty
of
much, yeah.
Yeah, I
kind of,
suppose.
yeah, kind of.
And I think this is her childhood. I'm assuming.
Oh,
Childhood
chicken and
meal.
dumplings is another big one for my childhood.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
that's
solid
good.
setup. And if
Her
you're here
poppy seed
watching, if you're here watching or in the chat afterwards, throw it in the comments. What is your favorite meal? Favorite meal for when you were a child?
I think it's a Kansas thing.
remember-
Do y'all do chili and cinnamon rolls, or is that fully Midwest?
No, I've never had that.
I haven't done that, but that sounds amazing.
Together?
It's like an epiphany
Listen.
level.
Yeah,
to a podcast. So Steven Ranella, the meat eater guy,
Yeah.
he's got a podcast and they do trivia and all this stuff, which is really fun to listen to if you're bored, and if you like trivia. But he just talked about this was chili and what is it? Swiss rolls
cinnamon
or
rolls.
cinnamon rolls?
Cinnamon rolls, yeah.
Cinnamon rolls.
yeah. It might just be a fully Midwest thing, but yeah, that's a Kansas thing. But my mom used to love to do that. So she'd cook chili in the crock pot all day, and the whole house would smell like chili.
Mhm.
Yes, and then she'd bake a fresh pan of cinnamon rolls, and you'd eat chili and have a cinnamon roll on the side. That's
Oh,
like
so the
Yeah.
chili doesn't go on the cinnamon roll. Or
no,
anything.
no, you eat it as the side. So you'd have the sweet of the cinnamon roll and the spicy of the chili. Yeah, yeah.
They're in Montana, and apparently that's like served to kids in school. Like that's the meal.
Yeah,
like
we'd have it
that's
at
the
school, too.
lunch meal.
Oh, I
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I have to try it because cinnamon rolls are one of my favorite things in the world. And I definitely love some chili.
When Jason came to Kansas, we had a place called was it Friendly Cooker that we went to, or maybe Friendship House that we went to,
Yeah.
and they served a like cinnamon roll the
Friendship House,
size of a dinner plate and it's just huge.
Oh, it was
gigantic-
it was a peanut butter
rolls.
roll.
Yeah,
That
it's a
thing
peanut
was
butter roll.
glorious. It was basically, instead of frosting, it was like a
A
peanut
peanut butter on
butter
top.
frosting, and it was
Yeah.
so damn good.
Yeah.
I mean, it was.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Now
to
Ty's
give
gonna
me
have to make me a
like-
sandwich.
That's
Those other
that's
things
why you
that-
fix the kitchen.
I think every culture has their meats wrapped in bread types, but they had those. They're kind of like kolaches. What they? You call them in
Burox?
Bierox. Yeah, I had
Yep.
some of those. They were really good.
That's all German heritage stuff. This is all very flannel food that we're talking about, by the way. It's all
Oh,
chili and potatoes and noodles.
Oh,
And
and it's final
Ty-
in my house. And
Ty's
matter of
throwing
fact,
scalloped
it's,
potatoes and ham.
yeah.
Scalloped potatoes are one of my favorite things in the world
Yeah.
for sure. Conway's throwing in homemade lasagna, which is
also great.
awesome. Then there's a fight in the chat, a slight fight in the chat, because Conway says Thanksgiving dinner, and I completely agree. But Ty, we've talked about this on the flannel panel, and Thanksgiving food is not a waste of a holiday. It is definitely not. It is fantastic. It's glorious. Thanksgiving food is glorious.
Yeah,
I
Team
smoke a
Italy is.
turkey for Saturday.
Yeah, he's all
Yeah.
up into like what he
Friday
wants, like the full turkey, and we have gone away from the full turkey of late, and we've been more either turkey breast or ham. And so I was like, damn it, I'm gonna have to make like a full GD turkey this year for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, deep fried
Maybe we'll try to
turkey.
burn down the house and fry it. That'd be
Yeah, 100%. It's so good.
I've always wanted
So
to try
good.
that. I haven't done it, but
It's wildly dangerous. If last time I did full turkey, it was on smoker, but
It's not dangerous. It's not good.
yeah, if there's no
No, okay.
death waiver, what's the point, right?
I do think you owe that kid a turkey though.
Yeah, it'll be
Yeah.
fine.
And I bet you
that-
Ty's
yeah.
just like a wet blanket the whole day on Thanksgiving. I mean,
What
You
is
like-
that? What exactly is a wet blanket?
like bringing down the mood because like you have the big dinner, right? And he's probably a pain in the ass then, but then 5 o'clock in the evening when they're trying to trot out the leftovers, he's just probably not having
A bigger
it.
pain in the ass. He's like,
Anybody want
looking-
to see a card trick?
Oh, not until we have turkey again.
Then why don't people eat it all the time? Because it's crap. I eat it fairly frequently, actually. Give me a steak. Now you're not wrong with the steak, but
Yeah, but the stuffing is like the best, right? Like that's
Stuffing is
I'm here for
fantastic.
that all the time.
Yeah.
That needs to happen more often in the gravy.
Mhm.
And I will say
Yeah.
that the leftovers make. Listen, I'm all sandwich all the time guy. Leftover turkey for a sandwich.
yeah, 100%.
Put that on toast with some Duke's mayo,
Absolutely.
and again a little bit of cheese, and you're living well.
Yeah.
there's some of the
You guys-
leftover cranberry sauce on there. You got it.
You can't like. I like cranberry sauce with the turkey dinner on a sandwich. Absolutely not. No cranberry on a sandwich or pear on a sandwich. I'm not fancy enough, Jason. Not fancy
Now
enough.
bougie.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
got
Jason's
it.
very bougie. He has a hair artist and a beard guy.
Yeah.
Don't forget about the masseuse.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
I have
Multiple.
I have a,
masseuses.
yeah. I have
It's not a hair guy, it's a stylist.
I have a wait. Should I say this on anyway?
He's got more stuff.
You didn't know that, Troy? When we go to Flannel Fest 2022 in Salt Lake, that's what we're doing Friday. We're having like a spa day with Jason. We're all going to go get our
Getting
hair
your
done.
hair did. Yeah.
Dang.
Uh,
I better grow
Yeah.
some hair.
they're going to
Paint your
They're
How do
gonna-
you do that?
trim our beards up, and then I think we smoke cigars in a sauna or something like that. Is
Oh.
that how that works?
Yeah.
It doesn't sound bad.
I was wondering, should I bring a flannel?
To
we're gonna get,
Utah?
like, a group picnic?
Yes.
You
Yeah. yeah.
Like for
Yes.
Flannel Fest?
For survival. It was
Hey, I didn't
we
name
did
it.
for
I didn't name
survival.
it.
Winter and winter.
Yeah.
No,
And-
it literally
flannel
through
is
winter.
like
this
urban
was- I was
camo
feeling
in
Mother Nature.
Salt Lake.
yeah, I think so.
And it's 40
Andrew's having
degrees out,
steak and
so-
lobster while listening to y'all. So can Andrew say y'all?
No.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I guess anybody
talking
can
about?
say it, but
Hey, I'll go on
that dude's
Starbucks.
way north in Canada, but he's getting hungrier. That's impressive.
So what's the
I'm
Canadian
just
version of
Caucasian. They
y'all?
come from Utah.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Boys? Would probably be
Here's
like
my take on it.
having
It's
some
the
steak and
ultimate-
lobster, boys, right?
Probably maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, that's it. It's the ultimate gender inclusive pronoun now. You can say I used to say you guys all the time, but you can't say that anymore. People get offended when you call some, you say y'all. There's nothing to get offended
Some
about.
people get offended.
Y'all is all inclusive. It's great.
I've run into that at work. Like we have 2 secretaries now. If I say, "Hey guys," they kind of get mad, but you can't. I feel weird saying "What's up, ladies." I feel like I'm like trying to like hit on them. Like ladies seems like
Hey,
Say y'all.
yeah,
Y'all
that doesn't
doesn't
seem
offend
aggressive.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should say hello, ladies, and then
Yeah,
see how that
exactly.
goes.
So I
Then
don't
you get
know.
called in the office. Troy's like, "What do you want?" I
Yeah,
said,
that's a
"Guys, they
whole
didn't like
different
that." I
age
say,
from me.
"Ladies, they don't like
I
that."
can't.
What do you want me to call you?
So what happens is I just don't talk to people anymore. I just grunt
Right, and then you get called into HR because you're an asshole. So
That's
it's,
the other way.
multiple times. Yeah.
Yeah, just use y'all. I stole it from that.
All right,
Oh,
well,
yeah.
I'm wrong. Andrew's been saying it for a long time.
well, then it's officially entered the Canadian lexicon due to Andrew West.
He's a trendsetter.
You could just get fancy and say hello, everyone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with a capital E. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like all y'all, which is I think that's a little bit extra,
y'all.
but I do enjoy when someone says all y'all. I'm like,
all y'all.
yeah,
Yes.
like that's everybody.
There's a lot of L's. There's a lot of L's there.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you guys drinking tonight?
Well, let me just tell you. I'm drinking.
Dogfish
is like-
head.
This is a Calumet Farms. It's a single rack black 12-year. I don't know. The Calumet's got the 15. I don't know how many years old they are.
Yeah.
So I feel like this started it all. And
Yep.
I've never liked this bottle. So I don't know if they got better or whatever. But
Why'd you choose to drink it tonight, Troy?
well, I find that during this show I drink too much. So I just usually grab something that needs to go away.
Chilled?
So
Is it better since it's had some air on it?
It still stinks.
Oh,
So I had a 15, or I have a 15 somewhere.
Yeah,
actually pretty
I've
good.
had that. That's good. Yeah.
And I think they just came out with a 16-year.
was the 15 the one that
Yeah.
added in?
I
Oh, yeah.
believe.
Because that bottle was incredible.
Mhm.
Like she added
These
into
were
the 12 days. Yeah.
And I found one of those and got it for their whiskey week. I mean, I brought it to whiskey weekend for us.
And I think that's
Yeah.
like fairly, I mean, it's not cheap, but it's pretty reasonably priced for a 15-year-old
It was like 120.
whiskey, right? Isn't it like
Yeah.
125, 130?
Oh,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think.
Yeah, and 4 years ago, me
Yeah.
and my, by the way, would slap current me
Yeah,
for saying $125 whiskey
I
is not
know.
that bad. But
We got the new batch,
Oh, yeah.
63.5.
and
Oh, how is it?
It's hot and good.
What's it?
I'm good.
Hot and good. Sound
Yeah.
and, well,
That's your tagline.
not sure if that's the best way to say that, but
Like, I'm
I'm not sure. I'm supposed to be on sober October. Cheers.
It's almost over.
Yeah, it's almost over.
Here you go, Troy. I'll drink Calumet with you.
one of the bonuses.
Oh,
is going
okay.
up for
Well, that
last
looks a little
second.
fancier than mine.
What did you grab, Jason?
He's got the 15. That's probably
So
from.
because it's Troy Day, of
Yeah.
course I grabbed.
Oh, what do you got?
I figured, you know what, when y'all are here, this
Oh,
bottle is
shit.
going to be gone, so I better just get a head start on it.
That could be bad
And
news if we get a
I got
mistake
it in my
here.
favorite glass. If Troy can recognize that glass.
Oh, yeah.
There you
Merry
go.
Christmas.
Look
So
at
I've-
that.
I'm
It
done
was
on
a
my
gift
last
from
bottle
Troy
of Stag
last year,
Junior,
so
I haven't.
down the
opened it.
hatch.
And what did you grab that Calumet, right, Corey?
Yeah. So this is I boosted this one. So this was from the leftovers from Brother Eric.
Yeah.
So it wasn't one of the ones in his shop. So I commandeered some of the leftover whiskey from his shop and slowly been knocking back a few of those. So
Nice.
You got any more of those stickers?
I do.
I
I'm
need
going
to
to
get
put them
one.
in with some care packages that go out as we get towards the holiday season, if you will.
Love that sticker. Oh, you know what I just watched on YouTube?
No.
JB's Bible and Bourbon.
Oh yeah.
There was a special guest on JB's Bible and Bourbon, and if you don't know JB, Jesus. Well, I didn't see him, but
He's always there in
he's
spirit.
represented maybe.
Yeah.
But there was a special guest, and it was a guy that paints a lot, and you might know him. That guy. They talked about anxiety. And great talk, like fun little talks.
Yeah.
If you don't watch that, check it. Just search JB's Bible and Bourbon on YouTube, and I think it'll pop up. And
Yep.
they got some good stuff, good chats, good solid chats about good.
It's on TikTok now too. I see him cross the TikTok paths every once in a while too.
TikTok.
Yeah.
We need a TikTok guy.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe. But it was cool to be on that show with JB and Rob. They're good dudes.
Yeah.
I filled in at church. I told him, it's like, listen, I'm not a pastor. I occasionally give a Jesus TED talk at church. And then that was talking about anxiety and how everybody's full of it, and literally, and also anxiety. And then,
you beat me to the joke.
Yeah, I know. But that most people's most difficult 4-letter word is help. So we don't ask for help enough when we're struggling. Yeah. So, find good people.
Yeah. I've been watching I follow a few military people lately, and one dude just recently passed because of that. It got too much and whatnot. So that's a huge word. And I think coming up to Christmas time, I think talking about that might be, maybe we'll have a flannel panel chat where Troy's gonna love it, where we just pour our hearts out and talk about,
what.
Yeah, we're gonna get real
sensitive. Yeah, no, I think it's worth chatting. Maybe we'll have Dave on. Dave's all about that. Remember Dave jumped on.
He loved it. Yeah.
We can bring Nat on. We can have
that'd be cool. Well, you know what? It's Movember coming up, and the Bro Laws. Dave does a big campaign, and they're trying to raise money for men's mental health, I guess, and talking about and being open about stuff. And I think that might be big. So maybe we'll do a flannel panel mental check during November at some point, and Troy can just get hammered.
Yeah.
I'll have to mute myself so I don't say anything offensive.
We need
suck it up.
Fine. Yeah.
Completely contradicting everything you're saying. Oh, it's okay to ask for help. Suck it up.
Come on. Put some dirt on it. Get back in that game.
Yeah.
I think that'd be good. And Nat, we should definitely do that with Nat one time too. Have a chat with her.
Oh, Jesus. I don't need to cry on the internet in front of Natalie.
See, Nat scares me a little bit.
Maybe that's a Patreon level.
Probably.
Yes.
This is spicier than I remember, and in a good way, like just like rye spicy.
I'm trying to think what the proof is on this one. It's only 94 proof. That's probably another strike.
Yeah, Troy's a proof guy, and Jason's taking Stag to the face right now.
This one's 105, so already an improvement, Troy. Right, bumping up the proof, much less.
That's probably what's better. What's that one, about 130?
It's one of the lower ones. This is 128. I think it was batch 11 or something.
I think it's batch 11, something like that. Yeah, that's an older one.
Magical.
128.9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And James is here.
129.5.
Hey, James.
James says, "Cool pumpkin, Corey."
Oh yeah, he called me. He called me last week to keep me on task, wondering where the show was come Wednesday.
That was my fault.
I did get a call. So
No, you're fine. No, hey James, you have to primer a pumpkin. Like the acrylic paint doesn't just stick to it, which is a pain in the ass. So, like an idiot, I'm on my front yard with cardboard down in a spray can, like spray painting the pumpkin first, just waving at the neighbors.
That makes sense.
Will that seal it in though? So was that like preserving your pumpkin?
Kind of.
That
and then
sounds kind of bad. Preserving your pumpkin. I don't know.
Then after I painted it, I put some clear on it, so
sweet,
it's weather resistant.
Yeah. It reminds me of Venom. You also did something pretty cool. And if you don't follow 813 Whiskey House, you've been throwing some shorts up on YouTube.
I did throw a couple shorts up just for fun. Some painting stuff and some sneaker painting and all kinds of stuff.
Those sneakers look killer. Look amazing.
Oh hell yeah.
That's new. So I've had all kinds of adventures of late.
Yeah.
Like it's been busy, but stuff's been cool. Painted sneakers. I'm going to try to do an art event before Christmas, like a big art event. So I've been painting like crazy, trying to get enough stuff stocked up. And
that's smart, probably before Christmas, right?
Yeah, I hope so. I want to get people to. I'm going to provide the booze. That way, they make bad decisions with their money.
Well
And
played.
then,
Yeah.
yeah, I
I
think I
wonder
want to
those-
paint a pair of sneakers before that too. So tell me if I'm crazy. So I wear size 10 sneakers, which is fairly common, right? And I've got multiple pairs of Air Jordan sneakers. So I'm really leaning towards painting a pair of Air Jordan sneakers and then putting them on display as an art display, but then also putting them up for sale,
Well, sure.
which might be bonkers, but
That'd be cool.
yes.
But what if you make the sneakers appear? That'd be cool.
The sneakers you did, Corey, was that like a requested, or did you design those, or was there like something you were working off of? Like,
I was told that the person who the sneakers are for likes purple, and that she likes the show Stranger Things, which is very 80s.
Gotcha.
So I was
Yeah.
supposed to like 80s style
And
make sure
that's
there's purple in there.
nailed it with the terms such as rad and totally tubular.
Yeah. So that was cool. I
Reset
got
those
a
things.
hold of a Cricut machine, Cricut, whatever it is. So I got to figure out how to work that son of a bitch, because then you can use that to cut. I can like cut vinyl. So I think I
And
can like
stencil
make
stuff.
custom stencil logos onto sneakers too. So you can put like your own logos on them.
They're made here. Every housewife in this place can teach you how to run it, so we can find somebody.
If I go to door talking to housewives while I'm in Utah, I'm
No,
half
I'm
of my
saying
shit's
like
gonna be
every
gone when I get back
every
to Kansas.
person knows.
Okay.
yeah, I mean, how
I
active
actually
are
do
you
have
on
a friend that
Pinterest?
makes that.
Excuse me,
Pinterest.
man.
Right.
They have.
Can I borrow your Cricut machine?
Hey, ladies.
Yeah.
That's
uh,
one.
Troy, are you a big Pinterest guy?
Oh yeah. My whole house has been designed by Pinterest.
But are you? Do you have an account that you?
No, I
like
do not.
things?
No.
You brought that up, and I was like, "Does Troy really on Pinterest?" Like that would surprise me a little
No,
bit.
Well, they have
but I've seen thousands and thousands of pictures.
Yeah, thousands of pictures.
just last month
I
they
think
had
at some point-
FinCon here in Utah.
Yeah. Oh, Pinterest Con. Is that what you said, Jason?
What was that, Jason?
Yeah, it was huge. Yeah, they had the at the big event center down the street, and there was 70,000 people there.
57,000.
At PinCon.
A friend I work with bought some Pinterest stock during the the COVID whatever, and it went crazy because everybody was online.
Oh, yeah,
doing all
yeah,
that
yeah.
crap. He made just for in like 6 months he made like $5,000 on some Pinterest stock. So
That'll do.
yeah.
Oh,
So did Ty throw that out because I need to have Melissa handle my Cricut activities?
I
Is that
think
what-
that's what that was referencing. Melissa does some fantastic
cricketing,
cricketing, and stenciling, and
stenciling.
hats.
Crickets and grasshoppers and
That probably would be cooler. I need to make a deal with Melissa. Be like, hey, I'm going to send you some stuff. Can you make
Cut
the
it out.
stencils and send
Yeah.
it back to me, and I'll send you cash.
you know what they call that networking. You just
It is networking.
yeah.
Yeah, I think Troy's. What'd you say? Like at some point, I'm supposed to paint something buffalo check themed. For the
Oh yeah,
Taco
if I could
Bell.
get you one of those. I figure I missed my window. That was before you were famous, I think.
Infamous. Infamous.
Yeah, the price has gone up since
Yeah.
since we
You
first
were
talked
down.
about
I can't afford you that, buddy.
I hope one day, maybe. Yeah, the sneakers are the part that's actually. I'd much rather paint a big painting just almost any day of the week than a pair of sneakers. Actually, a pair of sneakers is super tedious.
Yeah,
Because you have to like mask off all the stuff, and it's like all the things that make my brain eventually get tired. So then I get mad at it.
That's what you do with that Italian kid.
Make him mask everything off.
Yeah. Yeah. Make
Yeah.
him earn his keep.
Like, come on, I need you to tape off all the sneakers.
The can of Chef Boyardee in it for you, buddy.
Yeah. No Mario Kart for you until you finish those sneakers.
no turkey at all.
That's right.
Yeah.
Dorks.
Oh.
No.
Inside joke about the
No.
sneakers, I guess.
Yeah, it is an inside joke about the sneakers. It's just good that I like Ty.
Who doesn't like Ty?
Yeah.
Like, what a good dude. He would have been here tonight, but he's been traveling and drinking in airports like a champ.
Yes, he has.
Yeah.
They slayed it at the airport bar.
Is that what it is?
5-hour delay. I think they drank a DFW out of Blanton's, right?
Yeah.
Was that the story?
I just met a guy from Montrose, Colorado yesterday and told him to check out Ty's billboard in the airport. So,
Oh yeah.
So I said, next time you're at the airport, that's my buddy.
He is our buddy. James might be the guy you can chat with there, Corey.
What is it? Dental.
I'm not sure what dentals are, but
I don't either. It's fine. But
maybe,
if you have a big final printer, that would be sweet.
Yeah, he works at a dental office in Prince Teeth.
Oh.
I'm wondering. I don't think that's it, but
I don't think that's it either.
But that could be handy because I really want some prints.
No, he has his own.
You got to do some limited runs.
He has his own Etsy shop. You should post
posters and stuff.
Yeah.
Wow.
I do. I need to get a few limited runs, and then
he's done stickers for me,
like that Beatles love thing, and then
that one
some of those and sell it,
yes.
and that would go well. Yeah.
Yes, because that's my favorite one you've done so far, I believe.
Yeah. It's for sale, but I'm gonna have to be convinced to sell it.
Yeah, everything's for sale.
Exactly.
But everything's for sale, but there's a price tag on that one.
So the upcoming holiday stuff, like how big do you all do it? Like, are you starting to prepare for that kind of stuff now? Like my wife is going to unload, like we're going to hit November 1 here before long, and she's probably going to unload like 5 Christmas trees in this house. Like it's going to be a thing here.
We can't do it till after Remembrance Day. That's my wife's deal.
What's Remembrance Day for the Americans watching?
November 11th.
Oh, Veterans Day.
Veterans Day, Remembrance Day. We remember you guys call them veterans. Well,
yeah. Okay.
So Remembrance Day because we want to honor that, and then the day after that, same thing.
So you get a little earlier start than us because I think a lot of ours is just like right after Thanksgiving.
When's Thanksgiving for you guys?
It's in the 23rd, 4th. I don't know, somewhere in there, third Thursday of November or something like
that.
Yeah, it's late. It's the 24th this year.
So Corey, you have Christmas trees up while Thanksgiving is going on.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They'll go up early.
Interesting.
Because it's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Boys,
we leave them until after New Year's though. It'll be like the 10th or 11th. We'll still have Christmas trees.
Yeah. Like we'll have, so there'll be a Christmas tree in the living room upstairs. Yeah. Yeah. There'll be a Christmas tree downstairs in the room with the giant television, and that's the blue Christmas tree. It's got all the blue ornaments on it, like the Elvis Christmas tree. Then there's another Christmas tree in the spare bedroom / library where Kim, it's where the Italian is currently. So I don't know, maybe we have to theme that one different this year, but that's usually the fancy tree. Like that's the one that Kim's got like all her fancy ornaments on. We put one in Chalupa Batman's bedroom, one in Cody's bedroom. And then Kim's got a little tiny tree that goes back in her office. So, it's Christmas trees.
Wow.
Everywhere. And they're all like done up. Like they're all themed up. Like the upstairs one's all buffalo check, and the blue Christmas tree is all blue Christmas. And she's got like a white Christmas tree that's got cupcake ornaments on. Like it's a thing. Carter's is all Star Wars. Like it's
wow.
I like Christmas and that's all cool, but the storage of it is what drives me crazy.
It has its own room in the basement, Troy. Like there's that's all. Yeah. It's all Christmas stuff. And I think that's where my guns are too. So it's Christmas stuff and guns. It's a multi-purpose room.
I think Patty bought a Christmas tree last year that Corey would appreciate. I think I've had sent you pictures, but Patty bought a black Christmas tree last year.
Oh,
and it's pretty cool. Yeah,
that would be cool.
Find a picture. Also,
you put a Darth Vader helmet on the top of it?
No, she's it's all buffalo check type of thing.
Okay.
But yeah, she hasn't gone all the way cool, but yeah, it's got the potential for being cool.
Yeah, stick a Darth Vader helmet on the top of it and put red lights on it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and then
TIE fighter ornaments all the way around it. Yeah. With one Luke just in an X-wing in the middle. Mm-hmm. That'd be fun.
We have 3 trees. We have the 15-footer upstairs, That's the big fancy one. And then we have one down here.
15-foot tree.
Do you lay it on its side?
They have tall ceilings.
No, we have
Wow.
vaulted ceilings, and
Okay.
we have one of those little at the apex. They have the window so you can see the star.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
we measured it so it would, or yeah.
Wow.
And then we have two down here. I have my bourbon tree that has all of our ornaments because that's Nat's favorite collectible. When we go to distilleries, it's ornaments.
Oh,
In July, yeah. So she has all. It initially started with me just going to Evanston and buying $100 worth of mini bottles, and they're still there. But as they slowly get consumed, and the new fancy ornaments that Nat buys takes their place, it's actually a pretty cool tree.
Oh, post Natalie's comment. Natalie, I have the exact same idea. And I want to do that so bad. Yep. Nightmare Before Christmas tree that would go up for Halloween. And then leave that up and then swap it out at Christmas time.
Cool.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm. I've wanted to do Nightmare Before Christmas stuff in the yard for Halloween, but I've been overruled on a couple occasions. So, you know, it's been a pick your battles kind of thing. And that hasn't seemed to be a hill that I wanted to die on, but I still think it's a good idea.
I haven't won a battle around here in a year.
And
Like-
James with the ultimate jump clap.
It's huge.
There we go.
Thank you.
Patty will ask me like a decorating question. Do you like this mirror or this mirror? And I can always tell if I answer wrong. You know.
Oh,
So she'll just keep asking me until I.
is it a trick, like a test?
Yeah.
Oh,
"You like this one?"
totally.
I kind of like this one. Oh, and she'll get all
Mhm.
pissy, and then
Oh, I meant I like that one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's like
Let me
the
look at those again. Oh no, I think I was wrong.
she's like the knight overlooking the Holy Grail in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Like you have
Yeah.
chosen poorly.
Just last night, I picked the mirror, and she immediately I could tell her tone had changed. I'm like, "Which one do you like?" She goes, "I don't know yet." I'm like, "Well, I think you do. I think you know it is not the
Oh.
one I picked."
Oh,
Because she's not gonna let. It doesn't matter what I say. She just wants like reinforcement for what she's.
mhm.
Yeah, for sure.
My favorite is
Matt.
I could see them both working. Is there one that you like better?
Oh, see, I should call you before I
perfect.
answer.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just
Matt
leave her
and I
there,
have-
hold it in the mirror, and I'll step in the other room and give you a quick call.
That'd be fine. Just put me on FaceTime. Stick the phone in your pocket.
We organize in our mistus, so we've agreed that the stairway is the dividing line. Anything above the upstairs level is she gets veto rights, and anything downstairs I get veto rights.
Well, that's a pretty good division of power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can tell in the house, actually.
Rhinos
Because
with
of that-
sunglasses
No
on.
rhinoceros
That
with
would
sunglasses
be
upstairs.
upstairs. And that's what I do. I do stuff like that where I find that was like an old 70s coat of arms all rusty. I found at a thrift shop that I played around with. But
What's he got there?
Nat's art upstairs is fine art and crystal, and you'll see.
Her
I'm
stuff
a
is
whole
when
like,
you come, Ian.
yeah.
What's that?
Said when you arrive, Ian.
Yeah. I gotta get there one day. One day. It will happen. Jason, I have to say that flannel here. Let me do this.
Oh, thank you.
Boom. Look at that
This one is
solo.
the
What is that one?
Jason. So
That's
it's my
the
name.
Jason.
Kind
The new
This is
Dixon
part of the
one.
horror
He got his
series.
own flannel.
Yeah, look
And I
at
had
that.
my favorite colors. I had to buy it. So, it
It
has
looks
the-
fantastic. I love that.
I love the shirt, but that is the best looking hat I've ever seen.
Oh, isn't it though? My favorite part,
What's
I
the
know
hat?
it's dumb, but you can't really zoom in on it. But the
That's
top
my
snaps,
bourbon nights.
Oh,
the snaps are Jason.
no, the
masks.
hockey helmets.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Hockey
Oh,
helmets.
that's
That's
badass.
awesome.
They're hockey masks.
Looking good. Looking good.
So yeah,
Yeah.
they have.
Anybody else buy a flannel lately?
No,
I bought the Black Sabbath one.
Did you? Yeah.
Mhm.
One of the
although
best
we
parts-
have influenced, my friend Dave went and bought a
Oh, good.
Dixon flannel.
What one did he get?
Well, his name's Dave Gilmore, and he got the Gilmore.
Gilmore.
The Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
That works.
So
Which is similar to
Also,
this color
names-
palette, like blue and orange and or something
I
like that.
swore that was Doug Gilmore for the hockey like,
or David
player.
Gilmore from Pink Floyd.
Yeah, I was like the Gilmore, and it was like Maple Leafs colored almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, is that
Oh.
like Doug Gilmore? No.
So I didn't
Happy.
really remember Happy Gilmore involving
At
Even
all.
though it does, I was just like,
Yeah.
it was not like a major part of the.
I always remember more in like a Boston Bruins jersey. or
Yeah,
something like
100%
Exactly.
with the hockey
Yeah.
stick putter.
100%. Ooh, that hurt a little bit, but it's okay. Like that
that. Right
was
back, I get another batch of cookies.
all right then.
Troy's cookies are great, apparently.
I had the
So-
best. Go ahead.
Can I throw a? Let me see. Can I throw a? Wait, let's see.
Corey,
So-
you just did the every guy on the internet. Can I do this?
Yep. Here we go. Oh,
Oh, I
that.
know. That was so cool.
Oh,
vote
look at
for
that.
flannel.
That's awesome.
So that's me and Efren Ramirez, Pedro from
Yep.
Napoleon Dynamite, John Heater, Napoleon Dynamite, and John Grise, Uncle Rico / Laszlo from Real Genius, depending on how old you are.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was Friday night.
And what was this for?
So they did a Q&A. How do I let me get rid of that photo now? They did a Q&A at McCain Auditorium. So we showed the movie and I introduced the movie. And then the guys came out and did a Q&A talking about the film
Cool.
and did some fun stuff. Like John rode out on the sledgehammer bike and they threw a steak at Uncle Rico, and then they played tetherball with the guy from the audience at random, had a Napoleon dance contest, all kinds of stuff. And then did like a VIP kind of meet and greet stuff upstairs and took some pictures, signed some autographs. It was really fun.
Sweet.
So,
Yeah.
what did
And they were super
do?
good. So they sprung stuff on me. So they showed up right before. So as the credits are rolling on Napoleon Dynamite, and there's like a cutscene at the end where Napoleon rides in on a horse. Like they arrive with like seconds remaining in the film, and John Heater goes, "Tell everybody that we're going to take a 5-minute break, and then I need to talk to you." I was like, "Okay." So I stuck out, and I was like, "Hey, we're going to take a 5-minute intermission, and we'll come back with Q&A with the cast." So I go back, and he was like, "Hey, so I know that we sent you a script, but I need to change it." It's like, okay. So they scrapped every bit of format that I had and said, "All right, at 15 minutes, we're going to do a thing where you need to say this." And it's going to cue a guy to come up and play tetherball. And at 30 minutes, they're going to play an audio cue and you need to do this. And we're going to reenact the scene, but you need to play it off like you're trying to talk us into reenacting a scene, but you need the audience to cheer loud enough. And then at 45 minutes, we're going to do another thing where we bring some people up and they do a dance contest. And then there's going to be one other vocal cue. And when that other cue comes up, then we have like 5 minutes left. We need to do rapid fire questions to get all the people through. And then we need to make our way out to VIP. And I was like, got it. And he goes like, "Do you need to write it down?" And I said, "No, we're good." And then I just knocked it out. And those dudes were pretty happy.
Nice.
And they're like, "Hey, so can you go to Iowa tomorrow?" I was like, "No, I can't go to Iowa tomorrow."
How
I
much you
just forgot
pay?
the second and third thing. Yeah.
Wait, how much do you pay? Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get paid at all for that. I volunteered to do that because as a buddy of mine runs McCain Auditorium. So he's like, I'm going to score some pretty awesome seats for a couple upcoming McCain Auditorium plays and events that the wife will be super excited about. That I'm
Perfect.
super excited about, but I'll be able to take her like VIP style to some fancy stuff at McCain Auditorium for some
Nice.
plays and opera style stuff that she'll think is awesome. So it's all a long game. It'd be fine. But yeah, it was fun.
So, what did the youngins? What was the impression of the movie from people that had never seen it before? Did
So
you get any?
I
Go
will
ahead.
say that movie's I like Napoleon Dynamite, but it's odd, right? Like not kind of odd. It's super weird, but it kind of somewhat charming in that like the characters are weirdly familiar because everybody probably knew like the nerdy kids in high school that got picked on a little bit that needed buddies. But I will say that watched with a lot of people in a larger group, like it's way better. Like because you kind of get sucked into the whole kind of community piece of it, and everybody's kind of laughing and quoting a few lines and stuff, and it turns pretty good. Like so, one of the questions at the end, there was a kid that was like, "Hey, you know, I'm pretty shy in front of crowds, and I don't do well speaking, and I just wanted to know from you guys, like, you know, how do how do you get the guts to do this? And I was like, well, first of all, you just did that, by the way, in front of everybody asking questions, which was cool. But those guys are really cool. They're like, hey, because we're actors doesn't mean that we're super brave. It just means that we decided that, telling stories is what we wanted to do for a living, which I thought was pretty awesome. And they said, hey, we're lucky in the movie. If we mess it up, we get to recut it. And you, on the other hand, had to do this live in front of a bunch of people. So you're braver than us. And I thought that was one of the coolest things that those dudes could have said. It was like super empowering to like a 12-year-old kid. So they were just super cool dudes. Very generous with their time and super nerdy. Like you can tell that those dudes are also like dorks that got over, which is awesome. So it was real cool. Yeah, they were real good.
I've always wondered what people's opinion, because it was filmed out here.
Yeah, in Idaho,
right? Idaho and northern Utah. It wasn't as odd because I actually grew up with people like that. like the old guy that shot the cow was he looked just like my neighbor growing up, the old farmer down the street. I mean, these guys, and they had the same weird, the northern Idaho or North Idaho or Idaho, northern Utah accent. It's one of the weirdest accents you can hear. And I didn't even know they had it until, being out in the rest of the world. But anyway, so it's kind of funny to.
It was pretty clever. Those dudes said that, they got, not to get super sappy on you, but like the whole purpose of the movie is about community. Like everybody eventually found their people that they needed to be with. So I was like, all right, this is cool. So there's an interesting lesson in. And yes, Andrew West, I also love Real Genius.
I forgot about that movie. I did love that movie back in the day.
Yeah, so I asked John Grise about that. I was like, hey, so these guys were, it was their first run at a coming-of-age comedy that was quirky and kind of like a cult classic. I was like, but it was your second one because you were Laszlo in Real Genius, and his eyes got real big, and he was like, oh, yeah. So he enjoyed that. And then so when we ran him upstairs to go to the Q&A part, there's like every theater, there's like back kind of like doors and tunnels and stuff to get to different areas of the building. That way, your folks don't have to be seen. So we went through like this crazy back door and down this long hallway with a bunch of steam pipes in it and stuff, and then back upstairs to go back to the second floor to get where the VIP thing was. And I was walking past it. John Grise goes, well, you wanted to walk tunnels with Laszlo. Here you go. which was pretty sweet. So yeah, they were super cool dudes. Super cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You've been busy.
Yes.
You just get cooler every week.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is still the highlight of my week, boys. So
that's just
I hang out with all my famous friends on Wednesdays.
All 113 anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun. Jason, what have you been up to? Anything fun?
No.
Oh, sucks up here in Utah.
No.
Preparing for Flannel Fest.
No, I've been battling boxes for the last 3 days straight. I'm trying to take back my garage. So I built the bookshelves. So I filled the bookshelves, and then I had extra books and boxes, and I'm trying to get the garage back so I could put the car back in it. So when the guys come, we can use it, and hopefully the weather agrees. But just
so
organizing.
Is it okay? Is this an appropriate forum to ask? Are the tires good on the Cadillac?
Oh yeah.
Because if they're bad, we can still deal with that.
No, last time one of them was going to go flat, so I could not do
it. One was going to go bad, so we're going to
car.
Yeah, I burned it up. I got all new wheels and tires, and
fancy.
Still need to be broke in.
Ooh. I volunteer to break it in, just saying if we have to, for science.
Oh, absolutely.
How come Grease is speaking Spanish?
I think he might be drunk. But Troy, are you?
See, Grease always makes me feel bad. Like I'm not worthy unless I'm hammered. Yeah, he's not drunk enough. Come back to him later.
No, I think Troy's always funny.
Oh yeah.
Well, when I was at Grease's house the night they were recording, every now and then he'd ask me a question on air, and then I would say something that evidently wasn't very funny. So he would look at Dave and was like, get him another drink. And at the end of the night, then I was like, couldn't hardly talk. And that's when he wanted to, do a Q&A with me.
That's when you make impressions.
Yeah, I impressed the heck out of him.
There we go.
Tease is definitely entertaining.
The tease. Yeah, the tease does.
Boy, the other night we had a Whiskey Wednesday, but I think it was actually on a Friday. We still call it Whiskey Wednesday, but anyway,
just Whiskey Wednesdays every day of the night or every night of the week.
I love it.
Every
Hey,
day
we're
of
gonna
the
have
night.
Whiskey Wednesday tonight, but it's Friday.
Yeah.
This is out on my new porch, and I hadn't stood up for a while, evidently, and I finally went to get up, and I never fully got vertical. I just kind of leaned forward and just kept going and took a header into another chair, so my head was into a seat. Luckily, nobody was sitting in it at the time. But if it wasn't for that chair, I would have went face down. So I'm like doing like a handstand on this chair, trying not to fall over. But
Do you have a Ring camera?
Yeah, because that's going to be a short for sure. Were you wearing a flannel?
Yeah, because
in the
I think
last
this
month,
is the
I've
way for
almost
us to
fallen
get
down
more
the basement
subscribers.
steps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you
the
don't,
Wednesday
we're
before that,
by-
I fell down the basement steps,
Yeah.
and then this Wednesday, I do a header in
think-
the yard.
The biggest difference between the Tease and Troy, you always say very clever things at the right amount at the right time. The difference is Tease usually throws a little pepper on it, a little
Yeah.
salt, and it adds just enough spice to get it over the top.
That's fair.
And
I
I
think
think-
we're
Yeah,
going
I don't
to take
know.
up a collection though and buy you a Ring camera.
Yeah, that's what
Okay.
Flannel
For
Panel's
the porch.
investing in some cameras at Troy's house for shorts.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Patio cam from Simply Safe. There we go.
Yeah.
I
need
we
to
have
make-
a request. We have a request. Troy, tell us a story that's crazy from college.
Oh, did I ever
We're
tell
looking at Forster
you?
for the mob in college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My landlord, who may or may not have been in the mob, had a bar
Allegedly.
right next door to our house, and we used to work there on the weekends, like stock coolers and stuff. But then we would like be a bouncer. And one time, he actually had me throw a guy back into the bar, like somebody had tried to leave like an open beer or something, like and he's like, that guy can't leave. So I actually went out on the sidewalk and threw him back in. So I thought that was kind of cool.
I don't think I've ever heard of that. So I love it, actually.
And on St. Patrick's Day, he actually had live midget
Midget.
tossing contest. He had a midget show up dressed up like a leprechaun, and we.
Yep.
do-
Troy's gonna get in trouble at work again for that.
Did you
comment.
win?
That'll be fine.
Yeah. Little.
No, I
people.
came in
What is,
third.
what is it? Vertically challenged.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm
No.
Vertically challenged.
You know what?
flight.
He wasn't even a little person. He was just a small, short guy. He was there was nothing wrong with him. He was just a little fella.
Yeah, first of all, I feel attacked. Second of all,
That's happened at Flannel Fest, actually. Troy's throwing
Yeah, I'm
Corey all over the
concerned.
place.
what's happening next week? We have a giant. They do fake Patrick's Day in Manhattan, Kansas. So St. Patrick's Day is on St. Patrick's Day, obviously. Then Aggieville does their own St. Patrick's Day, but it's always on a weekend. So if actual St. Patrick's Day is on a weekday, Aggieville, which is like the bar district in town, does St. Patrick's Day on the weekend. And then the students, that's always the week that they're on spring break. So they do fake Patrick's Day. So we celebrate St. Patrick's Day like 3 times in Manhattan, which is not safe, but it's fun.
Oh yeah.
So on fake Patrick's Day, I tried many, many, many years ago to talk the general manager at the time. I had made a connection with some guys in New York who were in a Kiss tribute band, but they were all little people, and they were called Mini Kiss. And they opened for themselves as miniature Motley Crue. They don't play instruments; they like fake, like air guitared it to music that was playing over PA. Doesn't matter.
See, they were exploiting themselves.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. And I was like, please let me book the Tiny People Kiss
Please.
tribute band
Mini kiss. Please let me
or
book-
fake
book
Patrick's
Mini Kiss.
Day at a bar, because it will be the greatest. Like, it would be historic. People will talk about it for years and years for the rock station if we did it. And it got a wicked veto. It's no longer a thing. But that was my greatest promotional idea of all time without question. And it was roundly vetoed by management because they were worried what the fallout would be. I was like, you know what the fallout would be? Legendary awesomeness. That's what the fallout
Yeah.
would be.
stories to tell your children and grandchildren.
I
Amen.
think we need a mini kiss reunion tour for Flannel Fest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, can I do a do-over on my story? Because I thought I have a better story for Greece.
Oh, yes, please.
No, Troy. One story only.
You want me to save it for next week?
No,
Oh,
keep going.
content.
Please go.
Okay. So this wasn't even in college. This is after I was a married man. But we used to, like, 4 of us from work would go to Columbus once in a while for an Ohio State game. But we wouldn't go in the game. We would just go down there and tailgate all day, and then we'd take a camper and spend the weekend. But we would
Hold
never
up.
go to the game.
Pause. Is the captain in the story? Because that's been out before.
No, this is a different story. But the
Okay.
captain was with me as always. So I got super drunk, of course, and we're going back to the camper, which is just in a big parking lot. So we get back there, and I got back before the owner of the camper, so I couldn't get in, but I really had to go to the bathroom. So I go around to the back of the camper. This is just a paved parking lot, and I am peeing between the camper and a car. And while I'm peeing, it must have been well, yeah, he was, but he wasn't talking to anybody. But it was like a 2-minute pee. You know what I mean? It was like a long one.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
while I'm doing it, the owners of the car come back. It's call it, or my age people, a girl and 3 dudes. And the girl is offended. Oh my God. Oh my, like, you peed on my car. And I turned around and say, no, I didn't. Well, then I did. Well, now I did, but I wasn't.
Now I did.
Until you said something. So she is mad, and she says to her 3 guys, well, get him. But I'm still a big dude, and they're like,
Get him?
getting him. We're getting in the car. We're going home. So yeah,
Answer down.
Yeah.
Troy's like, you want to see the captain?
So I zipped up with my dignity.
You want a
and,
tag team
Get-
battle
get
with me and the
him.
captain?
Listen, there is no world
she-
where a bunch of dudes are like, hey, a guy bigger than me who's got his junk out, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not get him. Like, what?
Yeah.
we're gonna fight this
Odds are
big guy in
always
this puddle of piss. You know.
And odds are, as tall as you are, it was probably eye level to at least one of them.
So yeah, that was funny. It's probably funny if you're there, but yeah.
Well, that's
No, it's still
a-
pretty funny now.
That's a good one.
Yeah, Troy's fun to party with. Always.
Yes, he is.
Always.
And for
I
the
agree.
record, we have a ring camera, Troy.
Oh,
I'm going to ding dong ditch you.
Yeah.
ding dong ditch. I
Do you
feel
guys
like
do that?
I missed the segue there when Troy had his Johnson out.
Okay,
thing.
well,
It's
that's
time
more
for
of a-
just the tips.
Okay.
But
Ding dong ditch is what our kids do
Jeez.
nowadays instead of corning people. Remember we had that conversation years ago about
that term really bothers me.
well, they just ding dong ditch. They just go ring your doorbell and run away. That's what they do now.
Ding dong ditch. All right.
It's lame.
Oh,
It's not nearly
Yes.
as cool as throwing a corn at your house.
Ty's got one there. Yeah. All right, fellas. Do you have a just the tip for this week?
Kind of.
Do it.
Go ahead.
Go for it, Troy.
Troy's got his notebook. He writes in a notebook for this all week long. He's
Oh,
prepped
yeah, I
for 2
got
weeks
pages
now.
of stuff. Look at
this.
this content.
Hey,
Look
look
at
at
this
this. Look at you.
Yeah, he's ready.
You think I'm this funny natural? I gotta script this all out and rehearse it 3 or 4
Yes.
times.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so I know we're big Star Wars fans, so I've been watching this new Andor.
Andor,
whatever it
yeah.
is.
It's
What
so
do we know
good.
about that? Because I don't know what
Did
it
you
is.
watch
I don't know
today's?
who he is.
Did you watch today's?
Yeah, I did.
The
I
new
just
one
watched
came
it.
out today. Oh, don't say anything yet.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So
Have
is
you-
this like a 1-year series, or is it going to be back next year? Or I don't know who Andor is.
Well, at some point they'll run up to the movie that
Yeah, Rogue One.
Rogue One, which is
Okay.
so that's the movie that these characters are from. So it's
Yeah.
supposed to be the movie that would have happened right before what you would consider the original Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like they're the ones that stole the plans from the Death Star and gave them to
Oh.
R2-D2.
Yeah.
Okay, that
And
makes
they
sense.
gave
But
him
anyway,
Princess
so I've
Leia.
been watching it, and I didn't know if I was cool for watching it, or if
Yes.
I was wasting my time, and you guys are going to roll your eyes at me. So I was
No,
No,
you are
blind.
cool for watching it.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot. Yeah.
Look at me, I'm so cool.
And Grease is a big Star Wars dude. So what's your thought on that?
Yeah,
Um,
it's really good.
I'm enjoying it a lot.
I still think
Yeah.
I liked the last Mandalorian or whatever, and Obi-Wan better. But yeah,
So the Obi-Wan was good. I love Mandalorian. Book of Boba Fett was good.
Yeah.
This new series, though, I think is
Really?
it's really good.
So I've really liked it, but Obi-Wan, like, I was nervous 3 episodes into Obi-Wan to see how it was
Agreed.
going to go.
I thought it
and
was
then
bad the first 2 episodes.
the last 3 just
Totally
it,
changed
it
it.
was awesome. Yeah.
I agree.
But that was, and I'm an Obi-Wan guy. That's my favorite character probably. But Andor's been really good. It's been a different like path they took, I think. So Conway's throwing shade here. Cool in Star Wars and knock him out. That's all right. I'll be a nerd.
What is wrong with Conway?
Nothing wrong.
What a dick.
and Andrew says Mandalorian 1 Andor 2. So Andor's getting some love here. It's good.
Okay.
So Grease says he's waiting for all the episodes to be released and he's going to watch them, which is not a bad idea. But so far I've been enjoying it. A little different.
I haven't heard
a little
about it, so I
different.
thought maybe that was watching. So
Yeah.
it makes me feel better.
You're good.
No, I'm liking it.
Yeah.
So that's your just tip. Watch Andor.
Yeah. I didn't know which way I was going to go. Either I was hoping you would tell me if it was good or not, because I don't know.
It's
Hold on. Let's recap that statement. I was hoping you were going to tell me if it was good or not, but I've been watching and I really like it. So
I just don't know. I don't know who anybody is, so I don't know what timeline we're in or anything. You know, so. And this might be, I didn't know if it was the one that were relating to the cartoon. When there's some cartoon episodes like the Clone Wars.
Those are good too. Those cartoon episodes are great too.
Yeah, I don't know anything about those. All right.
The Lego Christmas special.
also funny.
Yeah. Jason, what do you got for just tips?
I've got a few creepy ones.
Oh,
Creepy Jason. That's my thing for Halloween. I love horror movies. I always have. And so I've been streaming everyone I can find, and all the new ones. I can give you a little review of the biggest ones. The biggest one, I am a gigantic Hellraiser fan, so I watched the remake of the Hellraiser, and I loved it.
Nice.
So that's fairly new, right? Like they just recently did
it. Just came out last week.
Okay.
And it's kind of cool because it's a remake. I won't get too geeky into it, but it's a lot easier to read. It's a lot more linear on the timeline, so you can understand what the hell's going on. Definitely gory. And my favorite part about it was actually brought up in a meme, but so in the original, Pinhead was a dude. And this one is femform, they call it now, which is funny because it's HBO Max, and now Pinhead is feminine, and HBO is owned by Disney, so technically she's a Disney princess. It was... But anyway,
maybe a stretch, but I like where you're trying to go.
It was funny. It was, but it's very good. I liked it. That's just good old fashioned gore. I did watch a whole series called The Midnight Club on Netflix, I believe, and that's a whole new kind of. It's a very in-depth series that's enthralling. It has some paranormal aspect to it, but the whole thing is. All these teens and young adults that are terminal are sent to this hospice, which is this big fancy sprawling manor in the Northeast. And every night they get together and tell horror stories to each other at midnight. So the stories are amazing, but they're telling stories of themselves, and it's very psychological, very emo. It goes way beyond horror. It's actually amazing. But you got to be in the right position for it because it is very dark in a depth of humanity sort of a way, if that makes sense.
You and I have
because the darkest part isn't the stories they're telling; it's the fact that they're all terminal and dealing with their own mortality. So,
did you watch?
Yeah, that's not one to watch on a Friday night. What's that?
Did you watch the new Halloween movie?
I did.
Is it good?
No, I mean
that was my concern. Okay,
it's just honestly, and I love the whole. It's not Halloween hasn't been my favorite since
the first one.
The first one,
Yeah.
and it's because they just rehash the tropes and there's nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, even Jason did some stupid shit like put him in space and stuff. You know, I mean, it's all tropey, but Halloween seems to take themselves too seriously when a lot of it's just dumb. But then, so yeah. And then my last one was what was
Frozen
it?
2, Natalie. It was Frozen 2.
Yes.
That was the years ago.
Maverick. So
Jason,
Yeah,
what was
We're all in
it?
a house during a storm.
that's every horror movie, Natalie. Evil Dead. Evil Dead 2.
What was the one you just saw in the theater about a month ago, Jason?
Oh, jeez.
The
Okay.
letter.
Bodies.
That's what
Now-
it's called?
Yeah.
Definitely
here's
doesn't
the
sound like a
best part
horror
about-
movie.
Oh, but it's,
I think I've seen that. Is that on
it's
Pornhub?
It's a
Yeah,
Gen Z horror
probably.
movie. It's absolute Gen Z horror movie. They're all in their 20s. And the best part of it, what's his name? The one that was married to Ariana Grande, the comedian from SNL, the
Oh, what's
Pete
he's-
Davidson.
Pete Davidson's
He's
in it.
now messing around with Kim Ye.
And so it's a slasher
Yeah.
movie that they're all in this. They're having a big dark storm party, and they're all in this giant mansion, and people keep dying. And it was the dumbest movie I'd ever seen.
So Clue.
No, I would say Clue, because everybody's talking. I mean, they're talking about being, all the Gen Z lingo. My favorite was one of the actresses was getting strangled, and she says, "Are you silencing me? Stop silencing me, bro."
God,
That was your favorite part?
it was a speaker
Oh,
truth.
it was because it's so dumb. I didn't get it. I thought it was the dumbest thing on the
So it's
planet.
just like shitty Rocky Horror Picture Show. Is that what you're
No, it's just a
Right now.
dumb slasher
You know,
movie.
okay?
This
when
isn't even
and I
Jason's
didn't
fault.
understand any of the dialogue because this is the first movie I've ever had a pronounced generation gap that I didn't get it. But I will say it's the dumbest movie I'd ever seen until the ending. And then after watching the ending and going home, it was freaking brilliant.
Damn
Oh,
it. I'm not going to
no.
watch it, Jason. I don't know.
No,
you're
I don't blame you, and I won't say it on
Like,
the air.
enter my
So,
code.
Like you figured it out in the car, like, oh,
Uh-huh.
I get it now, kind of thing, or what do you mean?
no, it's the
Was
reveal.
it a happy
You
ending?
get to the reveal. Oh, is that for me? It
Thank
was.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Corey.
welcome.
But yeah,
Bodies,
off air,
bodies,
I'll-
bodies.
Bodies.
Off-
But you know,
off air, I'll tell you the ending and what's made it so brilliant. But up until the final reveal, it was the dumbest movie I'd ever seen. I was like, Jared told me to shut up because I was complaining to him every 10 minutes about like how dumb it is. It was all Gen Z humor and Gen Z,
Yeah.
freaking out because they don't have internet, and
how old are Gen Z people?
they're the
and
newest, like the new
They're
20
30s,
to
late
35,
20s,
20
30s,
to
right?
30s.
Like both my kids are Gen Zs.
So like my kids are millennials and they're in their 30s. So yeah, the 20s to 30s are the new. That's
My
the
kids
new
are 21 and 24, so they probably be Gen Z.
the new demographic where people buy shit. So that's what they're leading stuff to. Basically, we're all
Hey,
bastards.
Grease is just the tip was something else I was going to bring up, but I didn't want.
Breeze
I
is
don't wanna-
flexing with this one right now. My tip is
So,
to get
listen-
2XO.
So that's a pretty good
Perfectly
tip.
priced.
I
Yeah.
bought them. I bought 2XO yesterday through Kagan Bottle, who's
Did
done
you?
some of the other podcast stuff. Yep, and it's shipping
Was
to
it
damn
the
Kansas.
link? Was it
How
the
did you do
link
that?
from the podcast group?
Nope, I searched it on Google
Okay.
Yeah.
and found it myself. But that was the first link that came up. It absolutely ships. I mean, the shipping is expensive. The shipping is actually cheaper if you buy 2 bottles.
Yeah.
But the price is good. It's like right now it's actually discounted for like $99.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Like are you kidding? Compared to like what some of the Kentucky Owl stuff got to, like it's
Yeah,
I'm in. So,
I think
yeah,
it's
there's
perfect, right.
on its way to Kansas. Let's go.
And if you need that link, go to Podcasters on Facebook, and it's in there. I think they posted the link to it.
Yep.
So a
It's
Keg and Bottle website.
keganbottle.com, and then just enter in the promo code flannel panel, and it will save you, wait for it,
Yeah.
$0.
Do you think it's going to be like impossible to find, or will it be around?
I don't know. I imagine like it's going to be batched in different.
I can
versions,
answer that
so
for Canada.
I'm sure to sell out, and then they'll do a different batches of
Yeah.
it. I mean, that's the goal, I think.
You know, little side note, I just happened to email Dixon today. Just my group wants to go back to the Beaumont Inn this winter. You know, like February we went last year. We want to go again this winter. And so I just text him. I'm like, I know you're busy. Is there any time where you're going to be at the inn, to do a tasting, or are you pretty much tied up? And it just pretty much automatically replied that something like, sorry, I'm doing a division of church and state. If you're trying to email me about anything other than the Beaumont Inn, here's my email address. So evidently he's stepping away from the inn for a little bit, or too busy to be doing tastings for a schlup like me at the inn.
I'm sure he's going to be.
So
I know he's on doing like a tour for the brand.
it's not as exciting, but bring your people to Kansas, and I'll do a tasting for you.
Okay.
Or
My
even-
people are coming in July.
Yeah, book it for 4th of July. It'll be good. It'll be fine.
Yep, that's our plan. I guess I'm in charge of booking a place to stay, and I haven't done that
Get
yet.
with
Well-
Jason and Natalie and book a giant house.
I'm gonna break some Patreon news that I think we got an email about today, but the podcast did an interview with Dixon, I believe, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe Grease
So,
will tell us
and
more.
that's showing up November 1st or something like that. So check that out on the podcast, his YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And he's saying Ohio's going to get some. So Troy,
Okay. Get
If
you
you-
some.
if you see two, grab one from me
Yep,
I will.
buy them all.
because it
I'm gonna
will
send
not be
Ian a
up
whole
here.
box full of stuff.
Yeah.
I can give
November
you
1st. November 1st. So check that out. I'm excited for that. Anytime you have Will and Grease and Dixon together, it's
magic.
usually a good time. Usually.
If you get Will, Grease, and Dixon together, somebody's lying.
I'm not sure what you mean.
They tell a lot of
Um,
stories.
So just a tip. I know that we talked about Welcome to Wrexham a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
A week ago. The regular season 1 finished,
Okay.
and it's fantastic. Season 2 that they've already talked about, but they've started showing Wrexham games on ESPN Plus. So like, I don't know if some of you have, I have ESPN Plus because Big 12 games show up on there. Plus, it's easy to package together with like Hulu and Disney Plus.
I got her. Yeah.
But yeah, so they've been showing Wrexham games, which is interesting. They've actually started to advance and some tournaments and things. So they started showing some tournament games and some Wrexham games, which is pretty interesting.
So would this
That's
be
like-
like the next season, or what are we looking
Yeah, yeah. You're like in the future now compared to where the
at? Okay. Well, I'm excited. Yeah, I'm going to check it out.
So they're like second place in their league. It's wild for like 5th or 6th level European soccer league to get televised, but it's all because of Ryan Reynolds.
Can that
Reynolds
guy
and
do anything wrong?
No,
He seems pretty
no.
very
Like-
likable.
Blake Lively, Deadpool,
Right.
Aviation Gin.
Yep,
Now this.
Mint
Tell you
Mobile,
what you want.
Mint
Blake is a nice lady.
Deadpool.
I that's what I meant by that. Yeah.
She's very nice.
Yeah. So,
Those Gossip
but yeah,
Girl days. Yeah.
so it's been it's fantastic. If you haven't seen the show, watch the show.
I haven't
it's
seen
really
that.
good.
I haven't seen that or Drive to Survive yet. Drive
Oh,
to
I've
Survive.
watched every episode. of
Also
Welcome to-
good.
Yeah, I got to watch both those. But
Yeah, and the Welcome to Wrexham thing is very charming because it's not just about Ryan Reynolds and
No, because they're not
Okay.
in a lot of it.
if
no,
I
it's
like
a lot
Ted
of really
Lasso,
focused on the team and the town.
if I
like
like
that.
Ted Lasso, will I like Welcome to Wrexham?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Whereas Grease says Welcome to Rectum, which also
It's not
Troy
the
I
same.
think might be on that different channel.
That's on a different channel. That's on X.
That's on that Pornhub again. Yeah.
Yeah, that channel. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fantastic. So much of it's about the town. Like it's a little town in Wales. So it's
Okay.
but it's
Yeah.
No, you'll like
Ted
it.
Lasso season 3 is coming soon, I believe, too. Is it not?
I can't wait. Let's go.
Yeah.
And I think there's only going to be 3 seasons, so this should be the
Oh
final.
no!
No way.
That show needs
God dang
to
it,
like
Corey.
continually go. Ted Lasso. If you haven't watched it, my goodness, so good.
Yeah.
Be a
Super
goldfish. So good.
So that was they talked about that being just that their intent from the get go, Jason Sudeikis, was that they were only going to do 3 seasons because they wanted to do a good, tight, really great series and then get out before it got weird. So
I would be afraid to do that because what else is? I mean, I know he's a good guy and smart. I mean, you got a winner, so what else are you going to do that's going to be that kind of success? You know what I mean? So I would be afraid to walk away from it.
I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, it's exciting.
So
yeah, watch that. Absolutely watch it. And it's close to Halloween time. So the tip is if you're not listening to Misfits, you're doing Halloween wrong. So there you go.
Amen.
Ian, do you have this tip?
I do actually. Call of Duty, the new one's coming out, the Modern Warfare 2 remake. I downloaded it. I've never played a campaign ever in Call of Duty, but because it was an early access thing and I wanted to numb my brain for a few minutes, I played the campaign. It was fantastic, and I'm super stoked for the online to launch on Friday. So going full nerd, Conway is going to probably disown me here, but yeah, I'm very excited for.
This is a dumb question. You're doing this on your console or
Xbox? I do Xbox. Yeah, Xbox. A bunch of the guys from the college place that we jump on with our headsets, go full geek mode and suck against 12-year-old kids, but it's a lot of fun and it's definitely just a chill moment. So I'm excited for that game to come out. And Nat has the comment of the night right now.
Oh,
yeah.
I was going to say she has
Jason's like, of course, because
I'm sorry. Who is
combined list?
She's the owner of.
If you've watched Ted Lasso,
she's the owner.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she's a nice lady.
she's in her upper 40s, early 50s.
Yeah.
Age number. I'm just saying.
So the campaign's been accessed early, so a week early is the campaign, and multiplayer starts on Friday. The campaign itself has been really good. The graphics are incredible. It's been a really cool thing. So
how many hours in the campaign? Do you know?
I think
Listen, I don't got
it done.
My ass kicked by a 12-year-old in anything, so I'm not playing
5 or 6 hours in the campaign, and it was pretty solid. Jason, you're a gamer. You'd love it.
I love campaigns. I'm terrible at shooters.
It's good though. Like it's a good one. I
love campaign shooters. I'm
if you're into warfare, like Modern Warfare stuff at all, it's gone back. Like it's good. Where Black Ops and Advanced Warfare got all stupid, where you can jump 30 feet in the air and all that garbage. This is like legit tactical, and I'm enjoying it. So
you can play with Wrexham in the new FIFA game.
The campaign's just solo right now,
and Ted Lasso too. Yeah, you can play.
I heard Ted Lasso. I didn't have Wrexham.
You can play Wrexham, and you can also play with the Richmond AFC from Ted Lasso in the new FIFA game.
Oh yeah, that's true. And there's a new golf one that I want to try. But Grease, so the new one you can do like. Did anybody play Battlefield back in the day with the big long multiplayer maps? Mm-hmm. They're coming out with that for COD, so it's gonna be pretty cool. I think I'm stoked for it. Yeah. That's my just tip, which is gonna be everybody's in a few days. And Conway will disown me because he's like, you could be coming to Utah with the Flannel Fest, but you're playing a video game at home.
Jason, is there any way we can play video games with Conway at your house? That'd be awesome.
I have two Xbox on 2 different televisions.
You go LAN party all day.
We have 3. We have 3 Xboxes in the house. So
I want to talk to Conway about doing like a 72-hour temporary membership to the Buffalo game, or if I have to commit for life. I don't know.
No, you're in for life,
Troy. You're already in.
I didn't sign any papers.
Yeah, but I think
we're on the show. You committed to it.
I think that show with Conway just meant you're in.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
shit.
You better be. So what is the deal? Drink with your left hand
when you're offhand.
Opposite hand. Non-dominant hand.
So you better start being ambidextrous.
I'm gonna have to practice for the next week.
Yeah. So I saw a T-shirt that I need to find for Conway, or we'll just make our own version of it and it'd be a flannel panel shirt. But it says "Never drink with your shooting hand." And I was like, "Oh, there's Conway in Buffalo." But I love it. Never drink with your shooting hand. Because
That reminds me, I've had some local people ask me for Flannel Panel merch. So, Ian, go ahead and design up some shit.
Oh,
I'm not
Okay.
the design guy, but yeah.
okay.
I think we.
I think we got a market. We've got a market.
You know what? Let's test.
Hey,
this
we
out.
have a market.
If you're still watching at an hour and 20 minutes in,
No one
throw
is.
in the comments below if we want merch or not, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we
Does it
got to
have to-
tighten these up. We got to
Yeah.
tighten them up.
All right.
Tighten them up. What do you mean?
I don't think anybody watches for an hour and 20 minutes.
We still have 5 people on.
My mom, my mom only watched for 7 minutes.
Well, listen.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Yeah, well, I think merch might be something fun. You know what? And I'll say this: Ty has kind of proven that because he'll be the first one to say we have a crappy YouTube channel, but we do awesome merch.
Yeah.
So maybe if we get some,
we got to get some extra merch.
Zach
we get
Jones
some
is
merch
in.
going, it might be good. Zach Jones is here late. Look at that.
Hey,
See, Troy,
I
we
would
don't
like,
have to tighten anything up.
I would
If
like
this
to
is
see
I can
some Flannel
design
Panel
some
stickers.
merch.
I think stickers would be fun,
Yes.
maybe a shirt or something
I
like
can do
that. Yeah, that'd be a lot of
Even
fun.
that-
That flannel,
I gotta love
flannel or
Kim.
die logo is cool. Like we
Kim's
we can
still
do some
here.
fun.
Look at this.
Kim and Michelle are both nice ladies.
Michelle, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
I love it. Thank you guys for watching. This is a lot of fun. And Corey is the art director of the Flannel Panel. So
Yeah, I'll make some. It'll be fine.
yeah, we could have some fun with that. And Andrew West, you're part of the team, dude. Like,
I think we just ought to send Andrew like a shirt and throw him on every week or two. You know what I mean?
well, he
doesn't
goes
need a shirt
shirtless.
to be on.
Yeah, he goes shirtless.
Oh yeah, his skin is flannel, isn't it? I forgot.
That was that was my birthday one when Dave showed up randomly in my house and
Ugh.
like, yeah, that was fun. What is this? A friend of mine watched the Flannel Panel from Prague in Europe. We're
I'm
going,
sure.
Troy. We're going places.
Oh,
What country's Prague in?
Europe.
Czechoslovakia.
hog.
Prague is that Czechoslovakia?
Republic. Excuse me.
Czechoslovakia?
Czech Republic. Czechoslovakia is not a thing anymore.
Well, gosh, Jason,
hold
I'm
on.
taking credit for that. I'm taking credit for that.
I just remember because it's Czech and Slovak. Yeah, so it's the Czech Republic.
Okay.
Or Slovakia. Yeah.
Like we can do
Oh.
that, right? That's a sticker.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
DC, that's me right there. That's my part right there.
Yeah.
Yep. We can
I
make
love
this
it.
happen.
It's perfect. Yeah. Let's get some stuff going. We'll get some merch set up and see
Okay.
what happens with it.
I think the
that'd be a lot of
flannel or die, just t-shirts and sweatshirts would be sweet. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would wear them.
Patch for the hat.
You kind of have to, Troy.
A little flannel AF.
Yeah.
That would work too.
You kind of
We're
have
gonna need a big size.
Flannel AF works great. Yeah, I like that.
That would be a good one. I
Yeah.
That's
mean,
fun.
All right, I'll get on it. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
With all
So
my
if,
free time.
and also, if you're still watching or want to put it in the comments, what is your favorite style of merch? Is it a T-shirt?
Ooh.
Is it a sticker? Is it a hoodie? Is it a hat?
A hat? Yeah.
What's the thing you want to wear or buy from somebody
an
or
eye
support
patch?
somebody with? An
Well,
eye
Yeah,
patch.
Most
it's
of-
obviously an
most
eye
of them
patch.
Yeah.
I would totally rock a
Let's
flannel eye
go.
patch.
Hey,
I'm
if
right.
we all came on the show wearing eye patches, yeah,
I'm
We
bringing, I'm
might
making
get
it a
over.
thing. Making
Might
it a
get
thing.
over.
we get
Trendsetters.
everybody's-
Well, everyone, thanks for hanging out with us. I think it's that time. Like, comment, subscribe. Even if you're in Prague, we'll take it. We'll love that. Corey,
Absolutely.
check out Corey at CD Reeves. He's got some awesome art going. Look at that pumpkin in the background. It's fantastic. Jason, The World in My Glass. He's been doing a lot more posts lately.
I'm working my way out.
I'm loving this. And then Troy. Well, Troy's just Troy.
I'm heading to Pennsylvania for the weekend, so I'm expanding the drunk tour to our friends to the east.
There we go.
Yep.
And he's also going to be
And
a
the
toddler on a
West.
flight to
Yeah.
Utah.
We'll post some
soon.
pictures from Flannel Fest next week.
Yeah.
Well, there's definitely gonna
Flannel
be
Fest
some
is
up there,
coming. Yeah, so stay tuned. And until next time, Jason, what's the word?
Stay buttoned up.
See you later,
Alright.
guys and ghouls.
Love you.
Ooh,
Love y'all.
Yeah, absolutely.